Cheating in Rust console has been one of the main talking points for the community, going to the devs and going to content creators. There's countless videos from myself and other people basically ranting about how bad the cheating is in this game. And if we're specifically talking about cheating here, this isn't just a Rust console issue, this is a whole entire gaming issue. I came in from a 3 to 4 year break of playing Xbox and then started playing Rust. I played a bit of GTA with friends and then obviously it then transferred into Rust console. And I was like, yeah, sure, let's play this game. And then kind of getting back into the groove of playing Xbox so rigorously because I played it so much in my teenage years and shit like that. When I started playing again on Rust console and started playing heavily and then started making videos, I could see there was a lot of good players, and I didn't know whether people played on another game that was similar to this, whether they are just really good on the sticks, or whether they might be cheating. And I came to the cold facts that, yeah, most of the time these players were cheating. Now, I got a lot of comments on my last video when I started, talking about the cheating and what Pedro gave me surrounding the anti-cheat, and a lot of people were saying it was absolute bullshit at the fact that there wasn't many people cheating. I don't have the numbers, all I have is the experience I've had from starting playing this game since beta, and basically seeing how the community has grown and evolved, whether that be legit or cheating. I've seen a lot of people cheat on this game, and TikTok was literally the cesspit of cheaters going against cheaters and trying to battle it out and then talking shit on the legit players. You would get, if I put a spray up that was literally pinpoint, but I was saying legit, you'd get people that were cheating saying get better, you're shit, and just talking shit. The whole thing is just so toxic. And because I've kind of stayed away from the game for a bit because I haven't seen much progression in terms of what I would have liked as a player, so seeing kind of the vocalization of everyone talking about cheating being actually really bad and not what Pedro is saying, I don't know. Obviously we have someone that may have the data, may not. Again, kind of what I said in my last video, you're not going to tell a content creator that there's a really bad cheating problem because it doesn't highlight the game well and it doesn't kind of recommend the game to new players. Every game has this problem, not just Rust console. It just so happens that Rust console has a recall pattern, which is a huge part of the skill base within this game. So when you do cheat, you have a huge advantage over those that are legit. So is the cheating problem still bad? Yes, people are just way better at hiding it than they used to be. Because we're at a point now where this game's been out for 3 years, going on 4 years in May 2025, and you're going to have people that are going to be racking up 10k hours. Whether they're cheating or not, they will just have the excuse or reasoning that they've been playing for 10,000 hours. And let me stop you right there before you say, yeah, that's actually a good point. It's fucking not. It's not a good point because I haven't played for ages. I could probably get someone that I know to play this game for about 2 to 3 hours, say this is the recall pattern, go into a target practice and just practice that, and they'll become decent. The 10k hours goes into the game sense of a player, not really the recall pattern. A couple hours or not even an hour a day in target practice to just warm up your spray. I mean, nowadays for players that are really accustomed to the game don't need to warm up on their spray. It's literally the game sense where the hours really mean how good you really are. Now, I've seen a lot of comments as well talking about how I'm cheating, this and that. I mean, I don't know if I even want to kind of just cast my attention on this shit. There's a mixed bag of people. There's people that watch my videos that don't like me, which is fair enough. It is what it is. You can't really please everyone. And then there's other people that try to get me cancelled. And in this case, there was basically a person who changed their name to all uppercase CNQR Toxic with a really old profile picture of the CNQR logo that I did from 2022, 2023. And they were then talking about pick me up in these messages that were in the Discord for a Zen. Now, by the way, you don't need a Zen to join the Discord, but this person who was claiming to be me didn't actually claim to be me. It's like he changed it on purpose just to try and get me cancelled. There was no messages of saying I'm CNQR Toxic. Literally just said, oh, how do I do the keybinds for Zim, and then how do I change these settings for Zen. I got shown all the messages from this guy, and it just wasn't me. It just wasn't. If I was going to cheat and I was going to go into a Zen Discord to ask for keybinds for Zim and then talk about settings for Zen, why the hell would I do it on my main name? Furthermore, this was back in 2022, so if people are trying to get me cancelled, why is this now just come up? This would have come up ages ago. It's complete bullshit. The Discord was made in 2019. Mine was made in 2017. The guy was also talking about wanting to be picked up for a team. That date corresponds to basically the content I was making for CNQR. So really, I was in a team, I was owning a team, making team content on YouTube literally at that time, whilst this person was saying, can someone pick me up? So just don't really read everything on the internet. It's not true. If you do have something that is like concrete saying, oh, by the way, this person's saying you're cheating, this is what they've done, like message me over Discord. But it's something I'm not really going to entertain, and I'll probably just leave it here. If we just go back to where I was talking about, a load of people were saying what Pedro gave me was BS about cheating. I did have some DMs from someone. They said this, not being funny, but if that anti-cheat does come, like your video says, the game's finished. Because I can guarantee 90% of people I played with are either Zim or Zen. Anti-cheat will just give the game the finishing blow. You've been told bullshit, telling you now, if an anti-cheat comes to Rust console, it dies. Can't remember when I really played with legits. And this kind of hit me. I was like, well, how many other people are in the same boat as this guy? Like, is this true? Is he making up bullshit? I don't know. This is what I wanted to get to the bottom of. So what I did was make a TikTok basically saying, comment down below how many cheaters you have played with or that you know. And there is quite a lot of comments. There's 446 comments at the moment of doing this video. And you will just see a load of people saying that they cheat, that their friends cheat, or that there's countless players they know or played against that cheat. And obviously you can take this as fact, or you can just take it as them BSing, not sure what they get out of it by bullshitting. But there is a lot of people that cheat on this game, and there's a lot of people that cheat in the gaming community. It just is what it is. People find ways around it. As more as technology evolves, the more people are going to cheat. It just is what it is. And one thing, or one answer that I can't give you, I'm not actually certain how this anti-cheat is going to truly work, and I'm not too certain on the outcome of this anti-cheat. Will it kill the game? Because whilst you can sit here and say, looking at the data that D11 have looked at, they believe that players that cheat is very small and minor compared to the people that don't cheat. But if you're on TikTok and you're on YouTube, there's a lot of people that literally just say to each other, this guy's cheating, that content creator's cheating. There's so many of that he's cheating or they are cheating talk that you can't really just say that there's not actually that many people on devices on this game, because there is. People are just better at hiding it, and I've obviously put some pointers out there for people that will have reasoning behind whether they cheat or don't cheat to kind of back up that they are quote unquote legit, even if they're not. One thing I also did was put up a community tab asking you guys who you think cheats as a content creator, because I've voiced my opinions in the past. It's come back to bite me, whether I meant it or whether it was false. There was a lot of opinions that I had. And I basically said, I've got an idea for a video on the topic of cheating. Who do you think cheats that does YouTube? Drop your comments down below. And there was people that said Drew, there was people that said Snipes, there was people that said Caleb. And to be honest, as much as I could go into their content and look at it frame by frame and see if they're cheating or not and give my take, which isn't fact but just my opinion, I'm not going to really do that, because unless something happens in which I believe I need to voice my opinion, it's just really not that deep. It's just when people or content creators start saying in their videos or start saying in the comments, I'm legit, I'm legit, I'm legit. Yeah, you can back yourself, but if you keep on going in every single video saying you're legit, it kind of does the negative rather than positive and gets people thinking, well, if you're legit, why are you caring so much? Because there's plenty of people that cheat on the game that get views, so it might not be to do with views, could be to do with reputation, but at the end of the day, even people that do claim they're legit on YouTube, I've seen for a fact that they've at least played on a cheating device or done a video on a cheating device. So it just is what it is. Whether this is something I might do, actually, you know what, fuck it, let's do it in this video. M&K compatibility with Rust console. This is something that a lot of people want, and this is kind of something, they're tired of people cheating, so they want it to be compatible with console so they can then get on the same device to then probably match their skill level. Because whether you like it or not, someone who's really good on the sticks and has good game sense on a controller, they're a really good player. But if you come up against the same sort of game sense and the same skill, if you will, on a mouse and keyboard, it is very unlikely that, let's say they come against each other 3 times in a fight, mouse and keyboard, I'll lay down my non-existent mortgage that player on the mouse and keyboard will win against the controller player. It just is what it is. Mouse and keyboard has, you know, higher flicks, way easier recoil to control, and as well, it's just easier to play on a mouse and keyboard than it is a controller. I think this is common knowledge. So people are saying, why don't they have dedicated servers to mouse and keyboard, because it's getting to the point where cheating is so bad within games. Why don't you just let everyone play on a fair playing base, or playing mouse and keyboard? And I'll still be the losers on Zen, I guess, but it is what it is. But playing on mouse and keyboard will be a lot more easier than playing on a controller. I've played PC on a mouse and keyboard, and fuck me, how easy it is to just play, move around, and look around than it is on a controller. No wonder people switched to Zim. Again, this is not an issue just within Rust Console. This is a complete entire gaming issue within the community. So it's going to involve every single game that is skill based, if you will. So really, we're riding on this anti-cheat to make the game great again. Do I think it will? My honest opinion, I don't think it will. I think the time has passed for an anti-cheat to come, because I think it should just come at least within 2023. We're coming up to 2025. There's a lot of big updates that I'll be talking about in future videos, but it just doesn't feel as if that it just feels like the time's passed, in my opinion anyway. I don't know how you guys feel. How would you feel? I think Zim, or mouse and keyboard at least. Zim, by the way, is cheating. Playing mouse and keyboard on this game specifically is cheating, because you're having to play on a device that acts as a controller, but you're playing on a mouse and keyboard. You can't just plug in your keyboard into the USB port and play the game. Otherwise, then yeah, it's fair game. You're playing legitly. But you can't. You have to buy, GameSir, Zim device. Is cheating, whatever way you want to look at it. Thank you for watching. How do you feel about this? What are your views? Do you share the same views as me? Do you disagree? Let's have a conversation within the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. And we're nearly at 5,000 subscribers. Thank you, everyone. Take it easy. And I'll see you in the next one.